everyone, it's Lucy from Kbeautyhobbit.com. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new, you already know that I do a fair amount of nail videos. And this time I'm trying these static nails. They're positioned as reusable pop-on manicures. I've been seeing a lot more ads for these lately, but I've also heard about this brand before and never tried it. As a reminder, I have a whole nails playlist with different application tutorials, comparisons of one brand versus another, and all things like that. If you're interested in nail content, definitely check it out. I purchased these with my own money. This is not a sponsored video. I will put some links in the description box for some of the things I'm using here that I think might be helpful with manicures in general. So if you're interested in those, check out the description box. We get 2 rows of nails, a little buffer stick, and a pretty standard thing of glue. I am very surprised that this kit does not include a prep pad. Most brands do, because you do want to degrease your nails. The application instructions are fairly standard. You start by washing and drying your hands completely, pushing back the cuticles. Again, they're not including anything to do that. There's no orange stick. I don't usually use orange sticks, those little wooden sticks that most brands include. I prefer my own metal cuticle pusher, the one you see in the video. These are inexpensive and last forever. I recommend you get one if you plan on doing manicures. I don't cut my cuticles because they tend to grow out jagged. Plus, there's always a chance of cutting a little bit too much off and creating a little wound and a potential entry point for infection. So I just push mine back like this. The next step is to pick the sizes of the nails, of these fake nails, that match your nail bed sizes. I recommend always putting these on and slightly pressing them down because the nails, the fake nails, do spread a little bit. They are curved when they start out, if you can see that, but it is curved, and so when you're going to put it down and push it, it will spread a little bit. And so if it fits perfectly without being pushed down, once you push, it might be too big. This one seems to fit my nail perfectly. I'm going to pick the rest of the sizes off camera, and then we'll keep going. I picked the sizes and lined up the nails from pinky to thumb. That is the order in which I recommend applying fake nails. It's nice to have the thumbs without nails on them for as long as possible because you do need to push down on each fake nail for about 30 seconds for it to adhere fully to your natural nail. And it's just easier to do if the thumb doesn't have a nail on it at the time. The nice thing about the trays over here is that they are in identical size order. If you pick, let's say this one is my pinky one, on one tray, and you know that that's for your right hand, it's nice to be able to just grab the same little nail from the other tray for the other hand. These also have tiny printed size numbers on each nail. This one is size 6, unless that's 9. Anyway, it's one of those. That can also help with the sizing, but I didn't look at those. I just picked the ones off the trays that I thought would fit. Judging by how many I have left in the trays and the sizes that I have left, this is only enough for one manicure for me, and I can't speak to the reusability of these quite yet because this is my very first set, so I'm not really sure how well the actual nails last and how easy they are to remove without damaging them, but we'll see. This is a step that is completely skipped in the instructions that came with the nails. So they say to push back the cuticles, which is optional. Make sure your hands are clean and dry. I like to take a prep pad also, and these are just basic alcohol prep pads. I get mine at Costco. You get a ton of them for not a lot of money. All it is rubbing alcohol. And this helps remove any oil or any residue or anything like that that you might have on your nails to make sure that the nails, the fake nails, last as long as possible. I did this step right before applying the nails because as you're measuring the sizes, you're still touching your natural nails and might get some oil on there because skin is naturally oily. The instructions say to apply the glue to both the fake nail and the natural nail. I like to put a little dot like that and then spread it around, but don't go all the way to the tip because the tips of my fake nails are definitely longer than my natural nails, so there's not much for them to adhere there at the tip. Then I do the same thing on my natural nail, put one little dot on it and spread it around. Try not to get too close to the skin because when you put on the fake nail, it will spread the glue a little bit more even, and if you already have it edge to edge, cuticle to cuticle, it might get on the skin and usually these glues are not necessarily the best for your skin. Going to put this on by starting slightly above where I need it to go and then pushing it down to get it under the cuticle line, then pressing it into the natural nail and hold it for a little bit. 30 seconds is both a long time and not a very long time. A few weeks ago, I did a tutorial / review for Olive and June, which are very similar at first glance anyway. Similar application, similar nail feel for the fake nails, very, very similar glue applicator, potentially the same packaging of the glue applicator, maybe like from exactly the same place. And that was a nightmare. That was horrible. I recommend you watch that video because it just goes from bad to worse. And those did not last at all. They peeled, they cracked. It was horrible. And they were so curved, it was almost painful to apply them. These ones are already much better. I don't have a huge frame of reference for glue on nails because the ones that I typically use are peel and stick. My favorite press-on brand is Dashing Diva. I like their Magic Press nails. Those are very, very affordable, and they last about a week to 9 days on me, and they only take a couple of minutes to apply. Okay, I did this one wrong. I really should have put the glue on the fake nail first instead of my natural nail. That's okay. I will try not to touch anything with my natural nail, but very same principle. Little dot of glue, spread it around, little dot of glue on the natural nail, spread it around, then carefully turn the nail without touching it. Don't get any glue on your fingertips, especially on your thumb that you use to press down the nail, because that will transfer the glue to the fake nail. And if you get the glue on the fake nail on the outside, it's going to interfere with that pretty glossy shine that the nails have going on. And I'm not sure how easy that would be to remove without damaging the finish of the nail. I am very careful not to get anything on the pad of my finger that I'm using to press down the nail. Already I like these better than Olive and June. I know this isn't meant to be a comparison video, but I can't help but compare in my mind when I'm using two similar products. This is how that looks. I'm going to finish the rest of them off camera. It is very tricky to apply nails with a camera between me and my hands and not bump the camera and make sure things are in focus, which is why a little bit it goes in and out of focus. Sorry about that. But I will be back and I will show you what these look like once they're all done. These are finished and the left hand worked perfectly fine. These look good. On the right hand, I had so many issues and I think I just put too much glue on. These nails look absolutely fine. This nail is where it all started to go downhill. I think I put too much glue on and then I got that glue as I was pushing and moving my thumb. I got it on the nail. I got that on the nail 3 separate times. I took off the first 2 and used the sister sizes. And I got it on the 3rd nail also, and I just gave up at that point. This glue does not come off with anything. I tried to buff it off a little bit with a nail shiner. No, that just ruins the finish on the entire nail. I tried rubbing alcohol. I tried just scraping it off a little bit with a cuticle pusher. Nothing. So there's glue there, and you can see a little extra glue. I'm not too worried about the extra glue on the skin. That will come off. This, I don't know how to fix. Then this nail was fine also, and then this nail, same thing happened. Got glue on it. So mad at myself. This didn't happen to me before with other brands. Again, I haven't used too many stick-on ones with the glue, but I really don't like that. If you use stick-on nails often, please let me know how to get that off without damaging the nail, because that just doesn't look that good. Now, I could have cheated and done this. I could have wet it with alcohol wipe like this right before showing you my hands, and then I could have said, look at this, it's so pretty, buy these with my affiliate link. I'm not going to do that. I will show you exactly how it went. So this is user error, yes, but also I don't know how to prevent that. It seems like I put on the same amount of glue on all the nails, including these, but somehow here some of the glue came out on the side, and then as I was repositioning my thumb, pushing down the nail, I accidentally spread some of that glue on top, and I don't know how I could have prevented that other than putting less glue. But again, that didn't happen to any of these, and I try to use the same amount of glue. and then on this hand it happened to 2 nails. I am more interested in how to get this off now, because this can happen to anybody at any time, I'm guessing, and I would like to know how to get this off. On the instructions on the back of the package, I did see that they sell an odorless remover that dissolves the glue so that the nails are reusable. I'm not sure if that would dissolve the glue on the outside of the nail and still keep the nail nice and shiny. I don't know. If you tried that, let me know, please, or if you have any other tricks. I thought that buffing it out with a little nail shiner would work, but no, it just kind of made the entire nail not shiny. This is what happened on the nail I tried to buff out. And you can see the shiny part there, and then where I try to buff, it feels smooth, but it's no longer shiny. If I were super committed to this, I could buff that off and then put a clear gel polish layer on top and then cure it under a lamp, and I might do that, but I feel like that defeats the purpose of having press-on nails that don't require a lamp, so I don't know. A little disappointed in how this went for me, and I've been doing nails for 7 years, not to say that I'm an expert and that it should go perfectly for me every single time or that I don't make any mistakes. Obviously I do, but it just, I don't know, it should have gone better probably. So give me your hints, but that's how it looks on my good hand. These feel comfortable. The curve of them is good. The curve going this way, I mean, they're not as horribly curved as Olive and June. They feel like they're nice and secure. Nothing is wiggling. I think they look good. They look nice here against the cuticle line. I mean, it doesn't look like they're stuck on there. They're not thick, but they don't feel fragile either. They're thin in a good way. So I hope that these last really well. I do have a highlights for nails on my Instagram stories. It's called Nails. So you can check that out. My Instagram is at Kbeautyhobbit, and you can see how these wear. I always put updates on there kind of day by day or every other day as I have a new manicure, and then I save them in the highlights, so you can definitely look at how this is lasting. I recorded the outro for the video and then looked at my nails and thought, I can't live like this. I can't look at this smudginess. I'm still open to suggestions of how to remove that glue if this happens next time, but what I ended up doing is I took my gel that I have here. It is just a one-step cure gel, and it's no wipe, so once it's cured, it's not sticky. You don't have to wipe it off. That's not a deal breaker, but it's just kind of interesting that the way that this one works. And I put a coat, just one coat, on the 2 damaged nails, on this one and this one, just right over the glue, and then cured it. And look at that, it looks perfect. I don't want to have to do that, but this was my quick fix for this manicure because I did spend time doing it, and I did want it to look perfect for the next however many days this lasts on me. And I have to film a whole bunch of stuff today, kind of like talking head videos, and I will be showing some products. So I usually try to get my nails done or do my own nails before that because I'm showing my hands because I'm holding product on camera, and I really didn't want to have 2 nails that were all smudgy and weird looking because that would bother me. Maybe nobody else would notice, but I would, and that's important to me for them to look good. So that's what I did. They do look really nice this way. So that's one potential workaround, but if you have others, please tell me. Thank you very much for joining me today. You can find me on Instagram, like I said, at Kbeautyhobbit, on my blog, kbeautyhobbit.com, and in my private Facebook group, Korean Beauty Fanatics. If you have other nail brand suggestions for me to try, please leave me a comment, or if you have any questions or feedback or any tips for the glue issue, please leave me a comment. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I'll see you in my next video, and until then, please remember to always listen to your skin. Thank you so much. Bye.